Hi, everyone. I'm Rachel Zoe, and you're listening to Climbing in Heels. This show is all about celebrating extraordinary superwomen who will be sharing their incredible journeys to the top, all while staying glamorous. Other than fashion, beauty is a topic that I can get so many questions on, whether it's from social media or interviews or meeting people in real life. You guys definitely have questions about skincare and makeup and everything in between. Last week, I asked you guys to submit your beauty questions for me to answer on the podcast. And here to help me is my amazing producer and half-blood sister, everything else, Mary Elizabeth. You all know her at this point, so let's see what you guys are needing to know and see if I can answer your questions. So let's do it.
Hi, Rach.
Hi.
Happy Monday.
Tell me everything.
I
Happy
know.
Monday.
I like to just preface for our listeners. I know that they get these new episodes every Friday, but I feel like it's important insider information to know that we are, in fact, recording this on a Monday morning.
Yes, we are. And post COVID, by the way. So I'm very
Yes.
nasally. So I sound a little funny.
Rachel was down, but she is back, feeling better, ready to take on the week, I'm
Yeah.
sure. Well, I wanted to give our listeners a little Rachel's a life update since we haven't talked to them one on one in a minute. And it looks like, according to Instagram, you went to a very fabulous, dare I say, themed party. I think 2 weekends ago, a week and a half ago,
I
somewhere.
did.
Tell us
Did.
about that. You looked amazing.
Well, it was interesting. The theme was Beyond the Stars attire. And for me, it was sort of like a dress rehearsal because, fun fact, that may or may not be close to the theme of my son's upcoming 13th celebration before summer. So it was nice to see. And it was incredibly glamorous. But funny enough, like, I'm one of the only ones there, me and another very prominent person who loves to get into theme, who really went there. We're like the only ones that did like the makeup and like brought it to some sort of mid-tier, I guess, hybrid of costume and reality.
Yeah.
I don't know what possessed me, but I just did. I got super into it because I felt like it was, I don't know, it was a fun moment. And truthfully, I thought everyone would do it. But
Yeah.
they didn't. They just wore sparkles. They just
It's
wore
so
something.
funny. It's like we're in the showbiz capital of the
I
world.
know.
You would think people would really lean into
I
the theme.
know. Because I feel like if in New York City, if someone was given that theme, they would have been in like masks and
Oh, yeah.
like it would have become like a masquerade ball. And like, and I feel like LA is so cash that everyone's like, what sparkly sequins do I have that I could wear for this? Or what do I have
Yeah.
for a moon and a star? And
Let me dust off my sparkly Uggs.
totally. And so
Yes.
everyone looked great, but I really thought people would get more into like the theme, but they
Yeah.
didn't.
Well,
But it
tell
was
me,
amazing. Honestly, it
your
was so
your
much fun.
dress was so gorgeous. Who was it? Vivian Westwood?
Yeah, it
Was
was
it?
Vivian Westwood, white sequin corset, like a very classic Vivian Westwood. I think we've seen countless people on the red carpet wear variations of that Westwood because it's so like her signature. I don't want to make an assumption that people know that Vivian Westwood has passed recently in the last year.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but she was an icon and a legend in the fashion industry. I mean, most notably, I think Gwen Stefani is one of the people that really got married in Vivian Westwood. And
That dress was epic. I
epic,
remember that gown.
epic.
Because didn't it have like a pink ombre at the
Yes,
train or something
yes,
very Gwen about
yes.
it? Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
magical. It was really magical. I mean, we've seen countless Diane Kruger, Jessica Chastain very recently wore, I think, like a purple one to something major. And then, yeah. So, I mean, but it was something that I personally had not worn because it's not very me.
Right. Yeah.
I don't typically wear corsets. I think the only other one I've worn maybe is the one I wore Jean Baptiste like ball gown to the gala.
Oh, that's right.
Um,
And it had that like sort of sheer
correct.
like
And the
bone in
pink
corset.
like
Yeah. Ooh, that was so pretty.
feathers and stuff. So
That was a good one too. Did anybody interpret the theme like galactic? Was anybody in like a spacesuit or like dressed up like an alien or something?
yes, yes, there was one in
Yeah.
particular person that dressed as an alien. And then
So funny. Are we holding for something?
What do you think?
Is Rodger Berman in there?
I'm doing a podcast. Do you not realize?
Well, you put both pairs of ski pants. Is this so?
I knew you were going to yell at me. No, those are mine.
You-
And I
That's
knew you were,
amazing.
I was trying to put in two. I was sneaking it in.
You didn't try them on, did you?
I did try them on and I want to bring them both. But if you really don't want me to, just bring the black.
Well, are you?
Because I'm going to ski one day. So if you really want me to bring
Both
one,
pairs.
then just bring the black ones.
Fine. That is your punishment and treatment.
I love this so much. For our listeners, I'm keeping this in. Rodger just busted into Rachel's office and is asking her, demanding her to choose a pair of ski pants for their upcoming trip. And that is
Okay.
a day in the life.
Well, because they're perfect moment and I love perfect moment ski clothes. And
Yeah.
I have like some amazing looks from them. And I'm only going to ski one day. So technically I should bring one pair, but I couldn't decide. So I tried to sneak in both, but because he's in charge of packing the ski clothes, he busted me and then called me out on it just now, as you heard.
Got it. Okay. Well, we'll have to stay tuned for what ski pants make the cut.
I just went with
But
all
you should tell everybody why you're going to Aspen, because it's a big deal. It's a very cool big deal.
I'm going to Aspen for the annual Snowball Gala that raises funds for the Children's Pediatric Cancer Hospital in Colorado. And they are giving me an award for my work with children and children, fighting all different types of challenges in their life. But
exactly,
as you know, Mary, my number one mission in life is children always. So, and children need us. So I'm very honored to get an honor. And I think my children are going to present me with the award, which will be.
Oh, that'll be really special.
So
that'll be really wonderful. Well, you
very
much
try and keep it together.
I know. Well, it's okay if you don't. I feel like in those moments, it's okay if you can't keep it together, because it's definitely a reflection of how moved you are and how much the work you do means to you and to your kids. Because fun fact about Rachel, she has not been shy or standoffish or guarded her kids from any of the work she does in children's charities. She very much has her kids with her in a lot of the work that she does in serving underprivileged families and having the kids come along with her to children's hospitals to really have them see and understand that they are very, very lucky and fortunate to be healthy, happy children. And she is really, her boys, both Skylar and Caius, have a very empathetic and wonderful giving heart, because Rachel's done a wonderful, and Rodger both have done a wonderful job about involving their kids in the work that they do. So you very much deserve it. And it's going to be very emotional.
Yeah.
I'll be there.
You're not going to be with me.
I know I won't be there, but Pamela's going to go. Rachel's awesome sister is going to be there.
Sure, that'll help.
So that'll help. It won't help the waterworks.
No, the only person that cries more than I do in these scenarios.
Yeah, exactly. It's Pamela. But no, we're all going to look forward to seeing that on social media, because it'll be a wonderful, glamorous, and very moving evening, I'm sure. Do you know what you're wearing, by the way? I haven't even asked you.
Sure don't.
Yeah, that's also classic Rachel. She'll decide
don't. I know what I'm wearing
before.
I know what I'm wearing the night before. I'm wearing Balmain.
Okay. There's a step.
We're doing this beautiful dinner that Balmain is sponsoring. So it's really amazing that they're doing this. So
yeah,
it'll be a Balmain kind of weekend.
Ooh, very fun. Very chic.
Yeah.
Okay, Miss Rachel Doe. Well, as you know, fashion is always something that people ask you about constantly, continually, which makes a whole lot of sense because you are a fashion authority. But the other question you get asked all the time, whether we're doing a press interview, whether you're polling your Instagram followers, whether people are walking up to you on the street, is about beauty.
After they ask if what they're wearing is okay.
Yeah. They always like to ask about that, and then they'll ask you about beauty. We actually, Rachel and her very good friend Nurse Jamie, hosted a Curator event at her beauty park salon here in LA. So I figured beauty is on the tip of our tongues.
Yeah.
All of your followers, listeners have questions for you. So I thought I would take you through a couple of their questions.
Yeah.
And I broke them out into 3 different buckets for us. So we're going to do skincare, makeup, and hair.
Okay.
Those were your top questions.
Okay.
So let's just jump right into it, shall we?
Yep.
Okay, starting with skincare, which we all know, very, very hot, popular topic. lot of products out there, a lot of information out there about skincare. So we got this question multiple times. So it
Okay.
had to go first. What steps are in your everyday skincare routine? So what are you doing morning or night? But what
Mhm.
are your must do steps?
So it's a loaded question. It's a loaded question because I have realized over the last 10 to 15 years how much my sun worshiping for my entire tween to 20 something life has damaged, my skin, right? But I will also say that I've now lived in LA for 20 years, which is one of the driest places to live in the United States for sure.
Yeah.
And the amount of hydration that I can put on my skin throughout the day it doesn't matter. Like, I don't think
The
there can
limit
be too
doesn't
much.
exist.
Yes. It's like when I'm in Florida, right? Like,
Hmm.
it's totally different.
Right.
And so I would say to that while I am here, I cannot live morning and night and sometimes throughout the day. I literally open my eyes in the morning and I put hyaluronic serum on my face
Hmm.
and maybe a vitamin C serum over that. I use
Hmm.
Barbara Sturm typically. Yes, that is very expensive. There are so many that are not.
Right.
Cora Organics, I'm obsessed with.
Yeah.
I use a
Clean
lot of
beauty.
Cora. Clean Beauty. I use a lot of Honest products, Honest Beauty as well, which is very affordable. And I think, to that, I would say I use a lot of serums without question. I use
Yeah.
hyaluronic serums. I use vitamin C serums. I use niacin serums, B serums, as many serums as I can put on.
Right.
Because they actually work.
Yeah.
I have found they really work. One of my favorite moisturizers that I'm now on my like 10th bottle of
Hmm.
is U Beauty. Her one particular product, and they're all amazing. The arm sculpt, the body sculpt, the this, the that, they're all amazing. The resurfacing compound, amazing. The U Beauty, I want to say it's called Super Hydrator. It's one of the best moisturizers I've used, and that is because it genuinely feels like a shield
Yeah.
and it keeps my skin hydrated all day.
Yeah.
And it gives you that kind of like dewiness and it just really works. And I love
Yeah.
it. I really do love it. And I really would swear by it because I've now tried a million different hydrators, moisturizers. This is absolutely one of my favorite, especially for day. And then I also love Shani Darden's products
Yeah.
are
Amazing.
incredibly effective.
Amazing. Yeah.
They really work. They really, really work. And again, this is what I'll say about beauty. There are a lot of products that cost a lot of money, and there are a
Hmm.
lot of products that are not worth the money. And
Yeah.
there are a lot of products that you need very, very little to apply, literally like a dime. And that investment will last a long time. Now, everyone has their budget of what they can spend within
Sure.
reason, but I would
Sure.
say some products are worth it and some are not. But I would also say that there are so many that are you can buy in drugstores and things like that that are affordable, that are incredible. And I also want to say that there are cheap products, and we can get into that later. Not cheap, but like ones that I use on my children, that I use on myself,
Yeah.
that like are salves that are like incredible that you can put
Hmm.
everywhere. So we can get into that
Yeah.
later.
And when are you cleansing your skin? Because like you said, being
Right.
in California, it's so dry here.
Yes.
I was cleansing morning and night.
No, I
And
don't do that.
finally I was like, my skin can't handle this
No,
being
I do
stripped
not.
twice. So
Yep.
I only cleanse in the evening and then like
Correct.
sort of water wash in the morning because
Yes.
it's too drying for me.
And
Um,
truthfully, even when I use a cleanser, so it would be at night,
uh-huh.
and even when I do that, it's light and it's a hydrating cleanser. I use a cleanser like an enzyme cleanser from Barbara Sturm, or I use a cleanser from Cora Organics. My favorite one is the turmeric.
Yes, I
There's a
love that
turmeric
product.
ginger cleanser. I have a lighter one that's just for face, and then one that works almost like a mask. And I use it in the shower every single time I shower because it's very gentle.
Yes, I
And
love
it's
that
like
too.
you can leave it on while you like wash your hair and stuff. And I love that product. I really do. As it pertains to clean beauty and general beauty products, especially for face, I really love Core Organics. I love it. I'm so impressed with how it works, honestly. But I do cleanse mostly at night, not during the day, because then I can use an even heavier, like sometimes I'll put like there's a Cora night mask that you can sleep in.
Yes.
Because you can get away with things while you're sleeping that you can't put on during the day.
Yeah, too heavy, too heavy. Yeah, Fresh makes a really good overnight mask that's good for like tightening, and it feels really good.
Yeah.
But again, you can't put that on in the morning and then put makeup over it. You're just gonna look like the makeup sladding off your face.
I'm also going to say something that's a big beauty no-no, but I really stand by it because I'm always in a hurry. I use makeup wipes as a cheat all the time. I do. And I'll just use ones that are hydrating and not stripping. And to be honest, my favorite makeup wipes are Honest wipes, the pink. I think they're pink, the makeup remover wipes. I use them like crazy. They're super gentle. I even use them on my kids.
Yeah.
Because I always have to remove things off their faces, their bodies. So I use those a lot.
Yeah, those are great too. Okay, we had a lot of listeners ask about under eye bags. Lots of different questions about that.
The age old.
The age old. What do you do to reduce the appearance of under eye bags?
Oh my God. Okay. So I've been blessed in my family. I will say this. My sister got it worse than me. She genetically has my dad's, which are like puffy.
Yeah.
And mine are not, they're there, but it's different. I can cover mine. They're not polarizing under my eyes, right? So I think some of it is genetics and really hard to completely make disappear.
Yeah.
I have learned that over the years because I have many friends that, and listen, I'm just going to be very honest. I think at a certain age, and I have not done it, but I will do it at some point. Products can't help, right? Like I think there's only so much products can do, right? There are some incredible depuffing products. There are things that can help under eye. I swear and live by under eye masks. I love them. I love the Wander Beauty ones. I think are incredible. I love the 111 Skin, everything. The 111 Skin face masks, especially the Black Diamond line. Unbelievable. And the eye mask. I will not do an appearance without using eye masks. I will not, because they actually really do help. In terms of covering under eye bags, there's a lot of things you can do. It is an art form, and you honestly should watch YouTube or TikTok and watch the makeup experts do it, because there is an art to it. Ones that we as civilians, not makeup artists, cannot fully do.
Right.
But I think the ones that all of us that have little ones, the trick is you want to use a concealer that certainly has coverage, right? Like a medium at least. I will definitely say that stick covers, well thick, and I would recommend using them with an eye cream, really work better. They don't slip right off.
Right.
More liquid ones are for younger people that don't need so much coverage because they're thinner, you know? But I love the Charlotte Tilbury one. I love the Makeup by Mario ones. The key is to use ones that may have a little bit of orange or a little bit of peach, a little bit of red, right? So there are makeup artists that will literally put pigment, if you have very dark circles, counteract.
The color correct.
Color correct. And then apply a lighter, one shade lighter, at least one shade lighter than your foundation.
Right. To brighten
that is
the
a
area.
key that I've learned is to not use the same, don't match your concealer to your foundation.
Right. It should be a shade lighter.
It should be a shade lighter.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yes. And you don't want that under eye thing that is super dry and cracky, because that's so gross.
Yeah.
So you want to always have it be like a hydrating under eye. And then you can always put a little translucent powder over it to set it. But that's definitely one of the tricks that I've learned from makeup artists over the years, because that was a huge thing. I was trying to match my concealer with my foundation because that's what one would think, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. But
But
no.
skin is doing your skin is, I have to tell you, it's an art form. It really is.
Yeah.
As you get older, if you're someone, listen, there's also people that barely wear makeup, right? I have
Uh-huh.
friends that are the same age as me that wear, maybe they wear concealer, maybe they wear the lightest foundation. I'm someone that loves makeup. So I like
Yeah.
contour. I like the skin different dimension, and I like that. So
Yeah.
it just
It is an
depends.
art form. It truly is.
But I
Truly
would
is. Do you?
recommend honestly watching the experts on the
Yeah.
under eye because it's complex in that you have to know your skin colors, right? Like, and your tones and your colors, because for the longest time I didn't know what my skin tone was. I'm like, I'm olive, but meanwhile I have so much yellow. So that means
Right.
different color to correct
Yeah.
under, like black and blue. So
Yeah. Like a color consultation is like
it
a
is.
good first step,
I
I think.
recommend that. I really do
Yeah.
recommend it. And now you can actually do it online, and you can also do it like on Sephora and Ulta, and some of the like better like cosmetic brands will literally scan you and tell you. And
What you
it's
should
amazing. Mhm.
avoid and what you should use. Yeah. Do you I don't think I've ever seen you do this. So maybe you don't, but maybe you do. I don't know. Do you ever do the ice rolling to depuff or to like help with bags?
Yes, but the answer is no because I hate the shock.
Yeah.
But I will say this, from the age of probably 13, I would before school put metal spoons in the freezer on
Uh-huh.
ice and hold metal spoons on my eyes because I
Yep.
always have puffy eyes. You know this, I have super
Right.
sensitive eyes. So
Yep.
I don't get big black circles, but I do get very puffy eyes.
Yeah.
I'm allergic to feathers, weird pillows, like,
Yeah.
you know,
Exactly.
so I've been a depuffer for a
You're a
long.
depuffer. I love that.
So,
Yeah.
so the cold spoons are an amazing quick fix. And then when the whole like cucumber thing came out, I tried that too.
Oh yeah. The cucumber thing. It's
Cold aloe leaves also.
yeah. I love that. Very spa,
It's
you
very
know.
small, but I think those are really good tricks to know at home
But yeah.
that like you don't need money to do these things. Like find
Right.
an aloe plant, and just take some leaves and like
Yeah.
cut them
Slap them on
open.
your face. Put them in
Yeah,
the freezer. Yeah.
cold cucumbers. Like that really does work
It's
very
effective, right?
much. Sometimes people will say like tea bags work. So
Hmm.
quick fixes, I love them. I love the at-home homeopathic
Yeah,
ones.
it's
Cold
great.
really does work.
Yeah. Yeah, again, but if you don't like the shock, it might not be for
I
you.
don't love the cold roller.
Yeah.
You will never find me doing a cold plunge. I'm here to say that.
Yes, I don't think there's enough money to pay you to get you to do a cold plunge.
I mean, I'm the coldest person alive. That is the worst. When I watch people do it, my whole body quivers.
Yeah, it's a thing. It's a trend.
That's a thing.
It really is. Okay, next question. What do you find effective for helping with volume loss in your face
Oh
and in your
God.
neck?
Well, let's see. I'm gonna say people, listen. I mean, I am here to say do the natural thing as long as you can, go the product route, use the rollers. I will say my Lima laser has changed my life.
Hmm.
I am here to say that the Lima laser is one of the things that I have seen to be the most effective thing you could ever do at home.
Yep.
It is incredibly expensive. So I'm not here to say it's affordable, but I am here to say that if you're spending so much money on crazy products that cost almost $1,000 or like at home things,
Crazy treatments. Yeah.
crazy treatments that you're going to, these facials are getting so expensive.
Yeah.
I would say that the Lima laser is incredibly helpful. It stimulates your collagen if you use it even 5 to 15 minutes per day while you're on calls before you go to sleep. It's incredible. Like literally, Rodger asked me if I went and got something done to my face. But yeah. And so here's what I'll say. There are the most incredible topical things that you can do for volume loss. They have developed the most incredible laser treatments and micro needling, like Protenza and God, it's called like Althea or Oh my God. There's so many
Many.
lasers like that Nurse
Yeah.
Jamie has that are non-invasive,
Is it one
non
the Alma laser or
Alma, I want to say it's
yeah,
called.
one of those is really
Yeah.
great too for
And they're
stimulating.
incredible. But I
Hmm.
will say they're not inexpensive. So
Right.
here's what I'll say. Do everything topical, right? Do the
Hmm.
microneedling, do the lasering, the Protenza, because it helps the quality of your skin. It literally tricks your cells to regenerate and rebuild collagen. So
Yeah.
like these developments are unbelievable
Right.
to avoid having to do injectables, right?
Sure.
But I will
Yep.
say at a certain point, Botox and different fillers and the like
Yep.
are really game changing when
Because
done.
they work.
They work. They
Yeah.
work. What I will say to that though, listen, it's a very long beauty episode that I would get into about my
Hmm.
feelings about it because I am against doing these things at a very young age. I,
Yes.
I am. I'm here to say that
Yes.
if I had a daughter that was asking me to do sorts of fillers and treatments in her teens, I would be very upset.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
I
It's a
think
different conversation, you and I sitting here talking about
correct,
any sort of injectable because
correct,
we are of an age where that
correct,
makes sense for
correct.
our skin. But
And
no,
so I
I
think
totally get what you're saying. We're not advocating for young women or men
no,
to be doing this at all. We want,
no.
yes, you should enjoy your youth and your elastic skin and your
And your natural, beautiful
collagen and your,
collagen.
yeah.
Yes,
Another
exactly.
great, I mean, in Rachel's wellness box for Curator, we had Nurse Jamie has an incredible product. It's called non-injectable collagen, and it's a flavorless collagen powder that you can add in as a supplement to your coffee, to a smoothie. Mix it with any kind of liquid and drink it. And it's not a great also collagen support. That's not,
Yes,
a needle or a laser. So there's options for volume loss. You just gotta,
yes.
figure out what's right for you and what,
And
makes sense for you.
I would say that if you're young, like there's so much available now to start doing to nurture and keep your collagen levels, like your collagen strong, right? And
Right.
I think that like 20 years ago, 25 years ago, like there's no like drinking collagen powders and
No, no.
all of these things that are so good for not just your skin, but your whole body and
Right.
your cells. So,
Yeah.
I would say do as much as you can now.
Yeah. Well, that's a good segue because the next question we got several times was what body lotion or serum do you like to use?
Mhm. I am very, as I said, like there are a handful of brands that I use on face and body because they do both,
Uh-huh.
like Barbara Sturm, like Shani Darden, like You Beauty. I love the Super Body Hydrator and Arm Sculpt by You Beauty. I love Honest body products. I love Honest body cream and body oils. I love Core Organics. I use the body scrub in the shower. I use the body oil. I love 111 Skin. It has this incredible pink. The bottle's pink. I'm seeing it in my
Yeah, yeah,
head
yeah.
of the body oil. I love those. I love body oil. I use body oil. I use body scrubs and body oils more than I use body creams and lotions.
Okay.
And that goes back to our cold thing.
Yes. Uh-huh.
And what's really funny about that is I have been putting, as my sister says, lotions and potions on my children since the day they were born.
Yes.
And as you know, Mary is there for a lot of that. Um, they would come out of the shower and I would literally drench them head to toe in
Right.
calendula, arnica, Egyptian magic, like
That's what
you
I could
name it,
not think of the name. That's what
you
it was.
name
Egyptian
it,
magic, the
Egyptian
tub, right?
magic.
Yeah, that's an
And
incredible product for moms. If you're a mom, it's
incredible.
great. Yeah.
It's, by the way, I use Egyptian magic
Mhm.
now. Like
Yeah.
it's just this incredible magical solve that works on everything, everywhere,
Yep.
face, dry patch, rosacea, dermatitis, like
Yeah.
anything
Very
baby has,
gentle. Yeah.
anything. Also, calendula is a magical ingredient. The
Hmm.
California baby calendula. also healed everything on my boy's skin.
Right.
And I would say now that Skylar battles, eczema flares here and there. He's outgrown it for the most part, but he has really sensitive skin.
Right.
But so I would say that that's the kind of stuff I use on my body and we use in our whole family is
Right.
like Egyptian magics and very clean body oils and serums. They're the best.
Yeah. Love that. Good takeaway. Okay, let's move to makeup. You actually already answered the first question, I think, unless there's another one. But it said, what's the best makeup trick a renowned makeup artist has taught you? Which was probably be the concealer trick. But is there anything else that you've learned from just
Contour.
contour? Okay.
Contour is like
Who taught you that? Was it like Charlotte Tilbury? Was it like Bob Brown?
Charlotte Tilbury was the original teacher for me for everything because she did all of my fashion shows for
Right.
most of the time that I was doing fashion shows. And she did it. And then Kate Lee is another makeup artist that I've worked with so much over the years. Jillian Dempsey, a lot of makeup artists that I've had the privilege of working with for so many years taught me, tricks of the trade. Ashley, who does my makeup, who just went and had a baby, bless, and Emma Willis here in LA have taught me the everyday woman's trick to contouring. And that has changed my life.
Ooh, explain that. I would love to hear that.
I would also say that one of my absolute favorite contour brands that I've gotten that I also have not mentioned, but now that we're talking about makeup,
Yep.
I love Victoria Beckham's makeup. I love her contour. I'm now on like the fifth one.
Is it a stick or is it a
It's a stick, which is why I like it.
Okay.
It looks like it would be a thin lipstick, right? So it's just a roll up. It's easy.
Okay.
And I like it because you can be precise with it. I
Mm-hmm.
have other ones that I love, but they're much thicker.
Right.
And I actually like this one because you can do 2 lines on your nose. You can do the line around your face.
Yep.
You literally draw on your face like a crayon.
Right.
It's literally like a crayon.
Yeah.
And it's like a chocolate brown crayon. And I put 2 lines, one on each side of my nose, blend it out.
Yep.
Around the line of my forehead, blend it up into my hair, right under my cheekbones.
Yep.
And my kids love when I do it. They think it's the funniest thing when they see me do it because I literally draw all over my face.
Right.
And then around your jawline. And then you blend it. And you blend it like super easy. So it doesn't look super contoured, but it immediately like shadows in places that you want it to.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that would definitely be my best makeup
And I
trick.
love that, just like the queen of everything, Charlotte Tilbury taught you that.
Casual. I
So
mean,
casual.
listen, she really is the queen. I mean,
She
she
really is.
lives
and she's a character.
She's
so much energy, so funny,
she's the queen.
so bubbly. Yeah, she's a legend. Okay, moving on. What are some of your favorite eyeliners?
Right now, I would say, oh my God, I did not, you know why? Because we're just talking about makeup now. How did I not talk about this? I'm obsessed with Rare Beauty.
Selena Gomez's line.
I love Selena Gomez's line. And again, a clean beauty line. And I'm just going to say it here and now. I am the first one that's skeptical about clean beauty in terms of makeup and sort of how it's one thing with skincare. Makeup is a different thing. Makeup, for me, the beginning eras of clean beauty were not effective in terms of makeup. They just didn't stay on. They didn't apply as well. And they expired really quickly.
Right.
So I would say in terms of makeup, my tried and true favorites that are in my makeup bag are literally Gucci Westman Atelier, also another brilliant makeup artist, and hers is clean. Her foundation sticks are game-changing. Her products are incredible. I love Merit Beauty. Also has an amazing contour bronzing kind of stick that I love. I love Merit eyebrow gel. So good. I love Merit mascara. I love Rare Beauty eyeliner. I am now on like my 10th Rare Beauty black liquid eyeliner.
Okay, I was going to say, what shade do you like? Because I now in my 30s,
Yeah.
have maybe mid to late 30s, maybe later than mid. I notice that when I do a black,
Mhm.
like a true black eyeliner,
I go, Emmy, oh my God, you look so major.
but I always feel like I look older than when I use
Right.
like a
Brown.
brown or
Right.
more neutral tonal color.
Okay.
So what is your takeaway from black? Because
Okay.
black to me, I'm like, oh my God,
It's
I'm my
intense.
mother. I look like my
Black
mother.
is intense.
Yeah,
Black is intense. I think to answer that, black is great for night when you want more of an eye and you're going to be in darker lighting.
sure.
Brown and every shade of brown. I have every shade of Victoria Beckham eyeliner. They go on like frosting. They're literally like velvet.
Yeah, they're
They,
beautiful colors too.
the colors are gorgeous. They smudge really well. I love her shades of brown. I wear them every day. Um, I love Mario's Makeup by Mario. It's what's it, Mario Beauty. It's Makeup
Mm-hmm.
by Mario.
Makeup by Mario. Yeah.
I use his eyeliners. I love them. And again, I think for day and everyday life, browns are great. And I think even if you're not comfortable with black, then do just a deeper chocolate brown and smudge it out,
Yeah.
at night. But I love eyeliner. It's part
Yeah.
of my 5-minute routine. I love it. I think it's because I have like yellow green eyes. And I think I was taught when I was young, like, honey, you have to wear liner. Like it just pulls out the yellow.
Right.
I
Yeah.
don't know. So I just feel naked without eyeliner and mascara.
Right.
But
It's
I
one of
think
the
for
most,
natural day, you smudge it. It's not as severe, you
yeah.
know?
Yeah. I mean, I love a liquid liner, but again, it's like that would be for nighttime because if I wear it during the day, I feel like
Yeah.
I'm wearing
Hmm.
a mask of my mom.
But a brown eyeliner is hard. Like a brown liquid, I would say, is more tricky. Like I would say,
Yeah,
I
they're
would
powder.
only
They're
do,
like a cream powder
yes,
finish.
yes.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
do, I don't know, again, like Merit, Victoria Beckham eyeliner, so good, so good.
Yeah.
But
I gotta check out the
I'm
BB.
obsessed with. I'm obsessed with it. I really
Yeah.
am. And Rare Beauty. I mean, those are like tried and true right now. I'm obsessed. The one last thing I would say to just touch on Charlotte Tilbury, her color chameleon, I want to say they're called, those sticks,
I love those
the
things.
black diamond or the amber haze or the emerald green, like the emerald, whatever, smoky quartz, they're all amazing.
Yeah, they're
And those are
beautiful.
like all in one. Her makeup is expensive, but what I would say to that is it's an all in one. So you can use it
Right.
as a liner, you can smudge it and use it as a shadow. So I like things that are multifunctional,
Oh, for sure.
you
Yeah. And
know?
I feel my Charlotte Isaac will last me a long time. Like it's a good, cost per use situation because just a little goes a long way and you can use it for a very, very long time. Which is one of the reasons I love her stuff. Okay, speaking about liners, do you use lip liner or
Yes.
just lipstick? And
Yes.
is it still a thing for
Yes.
us to be overlining our lips?
No. No, don't overline. Well, that depends.
Yeah.
I
I
am
have
someone,
never successfully overlined my lips. I look like an absolute clown. I've never successfully been able to do that. But
I have been fortunate in my life to have full lips. My mother gave them to me.
yes, you do.
I have full lips. So I am not someone who loves to overdraw. I will draw to even out because everyone has one side that's like lower.
Yep.
So I will draw to even it out, but also you can go a little under to just even. So I'm okay with like a millimeter, but
Right.
don't underline it because that's not good either, right? So you have to go a little outside the line.
Okay.
You do. But again, these are great things to watch like an expert do on YouTube or TikTok or Instagram because all of the best makeup artists like Mary Phillips and Hung Vongo and Gucci Westman and Charlotte Tilbury, they do these tutorials day in and day out on
Yeah.
social. So it's so easy to see how to do it properly because not done properly, it's no bueno.
Right.
So what I would say to that is I do wear lip liner and I wear it because I think it stays on better when I line
Hmm.
it. In the
Sure.
90s, I only wore lip liner. In the early 2000s, I probably only wore lip liner with like a little lip balm over it. And I
Yeah,
will say this, it never came off. I never had to reapply throughout the night.
that's good.
So there are, and now that 90s makeup is back, like people are literally doing that again.
Right. The browns are coming back. The
But
brown
here's
lip
my
liner.
thing. I can't bear a matte lip, a matte anything. I will
Okay.
not do matte. I don't care if the 90s are back. I was there the first time, so I don't have to do it now.
Love
I
that.
don't do matte. I think matte at a certain age makes you look older because
Hmm.
your skin looks so dry. I
Yeah.
like fresh, dewy skin. I like a little bit of a sheen. I like a little bit of a highlight on the cheek. I won't leave home without it. And I
Right.
don't care what the trends are. So
Yeah.
my approach in general to makeup is the same as it is to clothing. You have to do what works for you. You cannot be a victim of trend with makeup. You
Yeah.
take the trend and you apply it to your life and your skin and your age and what works best for you. I will always have hydrated skin. Dry
Yep.
skin makes you look older. It just does. And I'm here
Yeah.
to say that. I'm not an expert, but I'm here to say that.
Yep.
So as your
Agreed.
makeup gets stuck in the cracks and your lips are cracked and everything else. So I apply serums throughout the day. I apply hydrating products on top of my makeup. I don't know if you're allowed to do that, but I do it.
You do it. You
Um,
break all the beauty
I
rules.
do. But
I
I
love
would
that.
say this, I have found what looks more natural on me is when I apply my lip color, which is always a hydrated lip color, usually like a wine plum berry of sorts.
Uh-huh.
And then I'll actually apply the liner afterwards, not
Oh,
before.
that's
And it
interesting.
works better for me.
To just add more pigment and kind of just
Correct. I
okay.
just
Just to where
like
you're uneven
almost
or
like trap it. It's like you're wrapping it,
yeah.
right?
Okay. I like that. I don't think I've ever
It's
heard
like
that.
I'm sealing it and shaping it.
Okay. Clever. I like that tip. I'm going to try that. Okay, moving to hair. A lot of hair questions for you. My personal favorite one would be, would you ever dye your hair another color?
No, no.
She's a blonde
I
for life.
I am blonde for life. I also go various shades of blonde, brightness, lighter. Like sometimes I'll look back. I just looked back at a picture from August and I was like, Jesus, I should never be that blonde. I've looked at
Well,
pictures of
it's
me from like,
when your skin gets a little more tan too. You can,
yes,
yeah. I always say I go very like Hulk Hogan
yeah,
in the summer. It's not
it's
great. I gotta
yeah,
dial
it's
back the blonde. Yeah.
yeah. So I like to be warmer when I'm tanner, but no, I won't. My kids are dying for me to be brunette because they want me to match them.
Oh my gosh, that's
Yeah,
so funny.
I
Well, I
know.
guess they match Roger, so they feel like they've got some
Yeah.
matching going
They
on.
want to like they want me to match them.
But if you are listening and you're curious about what Rachel looks like with darker hair, just scroll back on her Instagram and you'll see some of the throwback photos she's done, and she's gorgeous in her
I look
natural
like
hair. But
Caius.
you look just like Caius. It's
I just looked at a picture
freaky.
from when I first met Rodger and I look like Caius. I'm like, in case we're wondering who he looks like.
Yeah. Yeah, you're twins. Another question that was a favorite of mine was, do you ever style your hair back or off of your face?
The answer is no. I haven't for a long time. And I think I have to start to like negotiate that with myself.
Because it's so chic when you do.
I just, I don't know. It's like, and I've talked about this a lot. I think my hair is emotional for me. It's like a psychological thing. It's a security blanket. It's a curtain. It's a comfort. It's easy. I don't cut it. I barely style it.
Yeah.
I wash it twice a week. It's just part of my like being. And so I think wearing it up would almost feel like I was walking into a ballroom with no clothes on.
Yeah.
And so I have to sort of work through that, I think, at some point.
Yep.
So I think the last picture I saw of me up with my hair up was pregnant at
Yeah.
like the Golden
You
Globes.
had was it like a high pony or like a
Maybe we'll
bun?
post it when we post this episode.
Okay.
I'll post.
We're gonna give the people what they want.
Yeah.
Dark hair and pulled back.
Yeah. I'll
So
pull some
funny.
photos.
So funny. Rachel's not a fan of half up, half down.
No,
I will tell our
nope.
listeners that.
It's very sixth grade to me.
Oh, got it. Got it. One other question we got quite a lot. My hair is very, very dry.
Mm.
And I'm wondering what kind of leave-in treatments you like to use.
There are so many good ones.
There are, yeah.
I will say what I am completely obsessed with right now is K18.
Okay.
K18 is basically, it's a product that came out within the last like 2 to 3 years, I want to say. But now they've expanded the line, and it starts with a leave-in treatment mask that you put on, and you literally don't rinse it out. But it's literally like it's like a biocellular scientific thing that like it's very, very healing for your hair, and it really is effective.
Oh,
Um,
good.
it's called K18, and I love it. There are some Olaplex products that I have found to be very effective as
Yep.
well. But K18 is definitely what I've been really using religiously uh,
Okay.
over the last, like, since the summer, I started using it.
That's great.
Yeah.
And since we talked about clean beauty, just in skincare and
Yeah.
in makeup, what are your favorite clean beauty hair products?
Fakai. I love
Yeah.
Fakai. I really love
Smell amazing too.
it. Smells amazing. And I
Yeah.
also like, I've known Frederick Fakai for many, many years. And when he launched his clean vegan line of hair products, he was so passionate. He worked so long on it. And I remember the first time I tried it, and I have to say, like, I love all the shampoos and conditioners. I love the leave-in hair treatments. It is so, so good. And it smells so good. And it works. It really, really works. He's got lines for color. I really, really love it. I use it religiously. And what's great is like my kids use all of these products. So when it comes to hair and skin and body, like I love the fact that what's in my shower they can use, like, because
Yeah.
they use my shower a lot. So it's nice that I don't have
Right.
to be like, wait, I got to get kid products in there and like,
Right. Or don't use that. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So that's been amazing.
Okay. I love that.
Love
And
Fakai.
we got a lot of questions about the beauty products or the pharmacies in Paris. So if you had to do a supermarket sweep, you've got like a minute to grab products from like a French
Yep.
beauty supply or
Yep.
pharmacy. What are you
Yep.
grabbing?
God. Oh my God. There's so many good ones. Claudelie,
Uh-huh.
uh, ROC,
Yep.
been around forever. My mom's favorite lip balm. She makes me bring 10 of them back every time I go.
I love
Although now you can get them here. Clos de Peau, anything
Yep.
and everything.
Amazing products. Yeah.
There's probably so many I'm not thinking of. French pharmacy, I mean, in just hours I stand there.
I know.
Hours.
It's like a wonderland.
It is. French pharmacies are a wonderland. There's a new product. I actually posted it on my social over the weekend. It's this incredible solve. It's called Bongette, like Bongette,
Oh,
Bounj, like EUT. It's like
okay.
Bougette or something. Anyway, it comes in a little pot,
Okay.
and it's like it's a solid, but you can make it almost a little more liquidy. And it's literally works like a French, totally clean Egyptian magic. It's a
Oh,
salve
love
for
that.
your lips, your face, your elbows, anywhere that needs hydration. And I love it. And it's French and it's amazing.
I mean, everything French we love.
Yes. Yes.
Well, thank you so much, Rachel, for answering all of these beauty questions. I
Guys,
think
stay
everyone,
out of the sun.
yes, wear your SPF, guys.
But here's what I'll say. Enjoy your life. I like a little real sun just with sunblock. Let
yeah,
the good rays in, let the vitamin D in.
yep, yep.
All right,
Yeah,
everybody.
protect your skin. We'll talk to you guys soon.
All right, guys, that was so much fun. I could talk about beauty for days and days and days. So if you like this beauty talk, let us know because I'll just keep doing them because there's never things that we run out of talking about when it comes to beauty. So thank you so much for asking all these amazing questions. I promise to answer more on our next one. And thank you always for listening to Climbing in Heels. Don't forget to rate a review wherever you get your pods. I love reading them. And while you're at it, follow me on @RachelZo and @Climbing in Heels Pod on Instagram for more updates on upcoming guests, episodes, and all things Pure Tour.